If you slide in Nigerian league, in Ghana league, if you slide, you will peel off all your laps.
Ghana national team and Nigeria national team, they are the same brothers. Ghana, is secondary school of corruption. Nigeria is the university of corruption.
Welcome back to EVO Sports. We are going to talk a little bit rundown of Ghana national team. They qualified for the World Cup, though they didn't qualify for the Nations Cup, but that's football. I think World Cup is a better, a more prestigious tournament than the Nations Cup. But then, we Africans, we still value our Nations Cup. Ghana national team, Black Stars of Ghana, didn't qualify for the Nations Cup. Chima, I'm starting with you. What do you make of that Ghanaian national team, knowing fully well that they didn't qualify for the Nations Cup, and this the Nations Cup is starting on the 21st of December, and meanwhile they qualified for the World Cup?
Ghana national team and Nigeria national team, they are the same brothers. I'm telling you the honest part. You see Ghana and Nigeria, the only difference is the language. They
speak. And the jollof rice, that's different.
Even the jollof rice, there have always been competition. In the bad side of it, they are the same thing. There's nothing good about Nigeria and Ghana. The only little thing that is good is just tiny like this. You understand? Everything happening in Nigeria, they call it grade A. Then the higher grade, when you want to go for master course of negativity, like, let me say, okay, let me put it like this. In Ghana, is secondary school of corruption. Nigeria is the university of corruption. So if you need corruption in football, if you first of all study it in Ghana, then if you want to go for masters, you come to Nigeria and come and do masters. That is where the men as a men are. You understand? So you see, Ghana, they did not qualify for Nations Cup. They qualified for World Cup. Why? If you ask them now, they will tell that World Cup is more important. But meanwhile, they wanted to qualify for the Nations Cup, but unfortunately, they did not. In a group where they had Sudan, Niger Republic, and Angola, Ghana did not qualify. Ghana and Nigeria, this Nations Cup now is about, I think it has been extended to 30-something or 42 teams or so. Now, so if it has been extended and you as a Ghanaian national football, Black Stars of Ghana, a well-known country in Africa, in terms of football, Ghana, you did not qualify. What excuse do you have? Nigeria did not go to World Cup. They will tell you they are recruiting, they are going back to the drawing board. Every day, Nigeria and Ghana always go back to the drawing board. They never want to leave drawing board. So that means they have to carry the drawing board along them. So they will not need to go back. Let the drawing board be in front so that they will be meeting, because they must always meet drawing board. Now, you are playing a Nations Cup qualifier where you have stars like Semenyo, you have Kudus, you have Thomas Partey, and all of these guys, and you did not qualify for Nations Cup. Then the Ghana Federation, they have to disband the technical committee. They now appointed Wilfried Schaffer, the German technician, to become technical advisor. Yeah. That was why they find themselves in this position now. At least they are even doing better now. They employed this man to pay him about $65,000. This man now is supervising Otto Addo, giving him some experience, as a man who knows about football very well, in Africa, Ghana and Nigeria, the same characteristic, no different. They worship white man so much. They worship, once you are white, even if you paint yourself, we'll just change your color. We'll just use bleaching cream now. Turn yourself to white man now. Come and apply. Yes, just come and apply for just wear suit. Tie the rope of the suit very, very well. There should not be any space on your neck. Once you reach West Africa like this, they will rush you like sugar. Rush you. In fact, they can even throw away their best coach or their best. They will employ you. It's after employing you. And that excuse that they will give when the black man is in charge, they will not give that excuse when you are in charge. But now, yes, they employ this man. They are giving him over $65,000, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely, because they are giving him more respect to have his say. Now, apart from being technical advisor, they turned him to become a football director. Again in Ghana to give advice on youth development. So because he said he wants to give them a long time process. Project. You understand now? So if you are giving, I'm not against him, but I'm just saying, if you give him so much respect like that, there are other coaches too in Ghana that you can give, but fine, we at least we also believe that okay, foreign coaches will come and help us in Africa. But now interference in football has always been the same between Nigeria and Ghana, to the extent that when they did not qualify, the Ghanaians were saying it was a spiritual problem, spiritual attack. Because in West Africa, Ghana and Nigeria, once something go wrong, we say spiritual attack. Just like the way our coach went to fight Congolese, they are using voodoo. So you did not bring your own voodoo. You now went and fight people that brought their own voodoo, and their own voodoo worked for them as you thought. So fine, it's football. But now coming to Ghana now, even their league as well, it's nothing to write home about.
Like
the same thing, just like Nigeria league. The same thing happening in Nigeria league is happening in Ghana league. The referee association, they have been protesting against referee officiating. All of those. If the officiating is bad in Ghana football league, how can the Ghana national team grow? Because every team that have been doing well in football now that are stable, not by fluke. Ghana went to last World Cup or so, last World Cup where they were grouped with Portugal in the same. They did not perform. Well, they didn't even. I don't think they came out of that group as well. They play bad despite having foreign players in their team. But interference in terms of players, I know many years back when I was very little, I was in Ghana, I was in Accra. I used to go and watch Out of Oaks game against Ashanti Kodoko. That used to be one of the biggest games in Accra. Then once they want to play that match in Onajan Sports Stadium in Accra, you see a lot of just like the Air Clasico that time, you see crowd, you see people come to watch good football. But these days now, even Ashanti Kodoko is nowhere to be found. Out of Oaks have gone there really down, and then Brekum Chelsea are not even, they are there, but just in the middle of the table. But these guys have not been really doing well. Exactly like I said, the same thing in Nigeria. Nigeria and Ghana are supposed to merge together, because the same problem that these people are facing, the same problem these people are facing. Just that Ghana have find a way to. So in terms of the monetary aspect, to promise and fail, Ghana will be able to come up as somehow, because the players to also voice that somehow. But the Ghana Federation have to come out somehow after seeing that they did not qualify for Nations Cup. They have to come out and pay up some certain debt just to see that this guy concentrate in terms of the World Cup qualifier. If not, they would have just lost out in the World Cup qualifier as well too. So a lot of issues in Ghana. In their league, their league is currently on now, but nobody is hearing. Although in
television, right?
Yes, they have to. But of course, that is why I say they are a bit better than Nigeria. Summer. If you go to Accra now, I was there about last year or so. You still watch you can watch their league on their local stations, unlike Nigeria where you can't even watch. But the state of the league, the visibility of the very, very poor. If you look at the pitch, if you look at the stadium they are using for Premier League. In fact, if they are showing Ghana Premier League game now, you think maybe they are playing principal call. You think maybe they are playing secondary school competition, which is very bad. The level that Ghana and Nigeria have gotten to in football in this time, I'm not. In fact, sometimes when I see this thing, I feel so annoyed, because these people, they travel abroad, they watch other European leagues. That is why I like all these North Africans and this Southern Africa, because you people, when they put you in power, you watch these things over. You travel there to go and see this thing, and then you come back. You have some resources. The government have appointed you. This is not your money. This is public money. If they have $5 million in the coffer for you to spend, why don't you spend this to some certain extent where people will see this thing, everybody will benefit this thing, people will enjoy this thing, like, wow, look at what we are watching, who is in charge of this thing, this person have made this thing possible. But you see this same West African and Africa, very black people, and black inside mind and black in mind as well. So these people will just decide to punish you, thinking that they just want to wicked you, just hoping that, let me know this thing, people will not know the year word, I will kill, this thing will not work. As far as I'm concerned, it will not work. That is how I usually feel. And these people have children, they have people around their locality. When they leave power tomorrow, they will not sit one side and be observing the dangers they have done. I can't see the reason why Ghana and Nigeria by now should not be on top of their league, at least if not in Europe, in African football. Currently like this now, a 42 country going to Nations Cup, Ghana excluded. That is very, very bad. Very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Now, their league now, at least they are playing their Premier League now. The defending champion is Bibiani Gold. They won the last season. Now, at least the money they are competing for is about 2 million Ghana cedis. Then, which is about $181,000 dollars. You understand now? In now it's over 263 point something million naira. Then yes, naira. Almost the same time. That was what I'm telling you. The same father, the same mother. Just that they miss road. You understand now? In rands, it's about 3.1 million rands. You understand? And now we talk about the second place person. We get about 1 million rands. Then over $90,000, which is in naira it's about 131.6 million naira. Then in rands it's over 1,560,000 rands. Then the third place team get about 800,000 Ghana cedis. Then $72,600. Then 105 million Nigerian naira. Then 1,248,000 South African rand. So which is very, very bad. But right now, our Ghana Stars are topping the league with 23 points in 11 games so far. But we are not hearing about the league. The publicity is very, very poor. Very, very poor, but a bit better than Nigeria, because if you are in Ghana, at least you can watch, man, even though the match will be like as if you are watching something,
might not be good.
But at least you can even see their. So what is happening? These Ghana people, they are learned, they are well educated, they are good people, but in terms of football, with the level they have been to now, I'm not like what I'm seeing in Ghana football is so annoying, so shameful to at this extent where they have about almost all their professional players playing in Europe. Then when they come back to Ghana, it looks as if they are going back to their village, which is very, very bad.
Anyway, that's your opinion on Ghana national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. How about Black Stars of Ghana that produce people like Tony Yeboah, Abedi Pele, and Ni Odatilante? You know, the Black Stars of Ghana, what is happening to the Ghana national team? They made it to the World Cup, but they are not coming to the Nations Cup.
Yes, complexity of factors, multiple factors. But you see, the issue of Ghana now is just like the same DNA with Nigeria, a man impregnating 2 women. You understand? Now, give birth to the child and now put place 1 year and place 1 year. And don't forget, Nigeria and Ghana share strong relationship from time. You know, in the late 60s to early 70s, they operate BOAC, British Overseas American Company.
Same thing.
They co-owned the Air Flyer company before 1 or 2 months ago. Ghana left and established Ghana Airways. Nigeria established Nigerian Airways. Now, if you're looking at the football administration in Ghana, look at the football administration here in Nigeria. They are in synchrony. You understand? They are paradox. Are you getting it? It is so because there is too much interference of political will in Ghana, political will as well in Nigeria. Now, in CAF Champions League, no Ghana team is representing Ghana.
At all.
Bibiana Golden Arrows, the Berekum Chelsea, Accra Heart of Oak, Heart of Lion, Samatex, all of them. No one is representing Ghana. Don't forget, these 2 countries, Ghana and Nigeria, are football heavyweights here in Nigeria.
In Africa.
In Africa. Before now, these 2 countries, and Egypt, South Africa, and few other countries, Côte d'Ivoire, you understand, they were looked upon as, you understand, as, you know, just like when somebody wants to cross over a moat, you understand, a canal that has been covered with a moat, and you see somebody at the other side of the road, you ask the person, please, where do you step? How do you cross over? That's what other countries were doing for countries like Egypt, Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, and all of that. But look at those countries now. Their football administration has been top-notch. They are moving. The Congo, even Seychelles, Cape Verde qualified for the World Cup.
I think Comoros.
Comoros Island, Djibouti, other countries, island countries, they were just created a few years ago. Look at where they are now because of almost zero corruption. Once there is zero corruption in governance, it affects every sector of the economy, everything. So Ghana football is where it is because of the influence. Don't forget, they are going through some, they too are passing through several turmoil of political tussle and all of that. It's affecting their football as well. Now you see that no Ghana football player playing in Ghana League is playing in national team.
No,
just
one person, about 2 people.
See, those 2 people are not. They are bench warmers. They are bench warmers. It's almost the same thing as Nigeria. The same thing apply. No one is playing in the national team. Let's just put it that way. No one is playing. Because you can't put in a person playing in the Ghana League on the pitch and put someone that you invited from Europe on the bench. Because many European players invited to the Ghana national team, they are still on the bench. They are not seeing playing time. Are you getting it? Because there are people that play in Europe that play top flight football, that their football are very enterprised, that Otto Addo can't put on the bench. How much more you play in the Ghanaian league? Are you getting it? So many factors is affecting the Ghana football, and it's even affecting African football because when all those everywhere, just like you don't see Brazil in the World Cup, you don't see Brazil in South American. North American tournament. What do they call it?
I think there's one name.
Yes, CONMEBOL. Yes, you don't see them there. There's a lot of issues. So they qualify for the World Cup. They qualify for last World Cup too, but they didn't qualify for the Nations Cup. How come do you qualify for the World Cup? And you didn't qualify for Nations Cup. Nigeria qualified for Nations Cup. They didn't qualify for World Cup. Complete DNA, both countries, same father. Two different mothers. Are you getting it? Got pregnant or at the same time? They are two different. That is it. And we all strong relationship. There is Ghana community in Nigeria. There's Nigerian community in Ghana. We share common relationship, good bilateral relationship. Even in the maritime, Nigeria and Ghana hold very strong bond and relationship. Are you getting it? So a lot of things has affected Ghana football, just like Nigeria football, as we keep saying and comparing, juxtaposing the both of them. It's because of the political will that affected them. Though the bonuses of the players are paid, but not as at when due. Because the players recently they were complaining. Otto Addo, he's been paid $50,000. Though they tried on that for that coach compared to indigenous coach of Nigeria that are paid meager money. Are you getting?
But Otto Addo is not that.
He's a Ghanaian, even though he grew up in Germany, even though he spent most of his life in Germany, he's a Ghanaian.
Are they not owing him?
He's a Ghanaian. Most of our players too, they spend up to like 20 years in Europe.
No, I mean like Otto Addo, are they not owing him? They're paying him $50,000.
They are paying him. Okay. But you see, the Ghanaian football, their national team players may be playing well, or individually they are playing well abroad. But the Ghana football, you know, you can't talk about football in Africa not calling Ashanti Kotoko, Heart of Oak.
Yes.
In every team that were actually a dominating force in Africa, they have clubs you can call in every countries that are actually doing well.
And that's where they were getting most of their players from.
Are you getting
it? Their national
team. So now the team is no more in existence. Even the team that won the league last year, Bibiana Golden Arrows. A lot of football fans don't even know. Throughout Africa, a lot of people don't know that kind of a team exists. Are you getting it? The Kotoko and the Heart of Oak is still the shadow of Ghana football. But see, anything happening today in West African country is basically on political grounds. Look at the North American country. Look at North African country. Look at Southern African country. Look at even most of the countries in South African countries. They don't have the resources. They don't have. You understand? Good sponsorship and you understand? But football is growing. Not only football, other sports. But why is it happening to only the West African countries? Because of corruption. You see, we English-speaking countries in West Africa, there are so many issues.
Problems.
So Ghana football is where it is today is because of the political will and a lot of things. So many things that have affected that football. So, but it's all good. They didn't qualify for the Nations Cup. They qualify for the World Cup. The rest thing that are there, let them go and do what they're supposed to do.
Jima, any other thing for you to chip into Ghana, the lifestyles of Ghana?
They will have enough time to rest and to prepare for
the World Cup.
For World Cup. You know, like I said before, two of them are the same family people.
Same DNA.
There have been a time in Ghana, I think last year they were agitating Nigeria should leave. All the Nigeria that there's a place called Seku. There's a place called, Jowuru, New Town. Most of those places, they feel like Nigerians are spoiling their Ghana. In Nigeria too, I remember a time when they said Ghana must go. Thinking that when Ghana go, Nigeria will be better. Not knowing that the ssame thing. Two of them supposed to collab themselves. Because two of them are the same, bed of the same feather, to be telling you the honest fact. Okay, now, there was a controversy about the Ghana budget when that it was not made public. The Ghana Football Association said it's not their right to make the budget public. Pointing to sports minister, that is the sports minister that's supposed to make the budget public. Two of them are pushing it to themselves. So the budget now has become, they don't even want to expose the money that they have in their coffers, because so that when they want to steal the money, they will know how to steal. That is what has been happening between Nigeria and Ghana. Nigeria own that they can make it public, but you, not what you go do. I go chop the money, I no go build stadium, I no go do anything. If I want money, that has been the situation between Nigeria and Ghana, which is very, 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 very bad. We have been talking about officiating. We have now many leagues now are even improving. In South African league now, they want to introduce VAR. Other countries have been using VAR in Africa. But whatever thing we are hearing about Ghana football and Nigeria football is the same thing. If not negative, there was a time one Ghanaian team travel to US for one tournament.
For effect, all of them ran away.
They disappear from US, or they vanish as if they use juju or spirit. They disappear. Some of them disappear from now. If they want to host any preseason tournament, if you are Ghana team, if you apply for, they will not give you.
Yeah,
some of them supposed to go last season. Also, they rejected some of them. Many of them visa because they don't know whether they will come back, because that is the level Nigerian team and Ghana team have gotten to. That is why even when Nigerian team want to go and play official match, they will still have the right to deny them visa. That is total rubbish. And I'm not blaming the embassy. I'm not blaming the opposition team. I am blaming the country, because the level you place yourself will determine how people. How can somebody you give land to in your country deny you official people that they know? Can you do that in other African countries? No. But because we have given them that, everybody have seen Nigeria everybody have seen Nigeria, seen Ghana as people that want to run away. They are not okay with their country. They want to. So even when you are working in a government office, or when you are a professional footballer in a team, they believe that how much are you earning? Is it not the club that you want to even run away for? So if you're a professional team, Nigerian League or Ghana Premier League clubs, I can travel to Europe or US to go and play tournament, and the players you have mind not to return back, knowing fully whether your data, your information, everything, you have a contract with the club, but not minding that you want to run away in that country where you know that it's just for me to go and be washing plate, you'll be making $1,000. So that means the state of the league has become so bad. That people are just playing just to survive. That's why when they are playing like that, under 6 months, once they play well, if they see offer in Somalia, if they see offer where they are bombing, even in Sambisa Forest, they will decide to go there, because they just want to make more money, which is very, very bad. So Ghana football have gotten worse, but Nigeria, their football is the orga of all in African football currently now. So they just have to wake up about they're on the right side back now, employing Refresh Shafa as the technical advisor. Now at least the result is showing. Qualifying for the World Cup now, they have so many players. And then there was a time they told you too about the captaincy, Thomas Partey with Ayew. There was a time people were feeling like Thomas Partey started during the Nations Cup, during the Nations Cup qualifier, started as the captain. Later they collected it and gave it to Ayew, Jordan Ayew, all of those things. Yes, Jordan Ayew, they are two. So sometimes like that, all those things have been issuing interference in the team selection. They have interfered so much in the team selection, all of those things. So that was why a lot of things went wrong for them. But now they are trying to, at least the difference between Ghana and Nigeria did not qualify for World Cup. We only saw apology online. Ghana did not qualify for Nations Cup. They disbanded the technical committee. This thing, they employed Shafa to come and do justice to that team, and they are getting positive results now. So maybe before the World Cup, they will get more prepared and then be a better team in future.
Do you have any other thing to chip in?
Not much. Just based on what he highlighted, Ghana players traveling and running away. I think Nigeria have a first-class degree in that. You understand? Even up to our supporters club, when it reach time for tournaments, they will pick original supporters like 30, then go collect money from people, make up the list to like 150.
No influence that they will run away.
They will run away. As they get there, they will run away. But back then when we were growing up, we used to use phone. When you win, use phone in some certain localities. So okay, this will go to Sweden, go for a tournament. People used to go and come back. For the past 20 years, it's not like that. As soon as you are moving, everybody is running away. You understand? You want to go and come back? You can't come back because you know the condition. Yes, you know the condition. The nature of the league, a lot of things. If you slide in Nigerian league, in Ghana league, if you slide, you will peel off all your laps. You understand? Because of the texture of the pitch. Yeah. So all the pitch are synthetic. They are not natural grasses. So West African countries, just a wake-up call for them. Let the government invest in the league and remove their hand from, you understand? Interference of the running of the administration and all of that. So, because West African football need to grow. When football in West Africa grow, it give competition to other regions in Africa. Then we'll see the best of football. Are you getting? And then let them, if it warrant, let them collaborate and have big time sponsorship. Because when you air matches, when matches are televised, it brings viewers. It makes the league more competitive. You understand? It makes players perform at their very best because they know that if they play, the world is watching on them. Are you getting it? Scouting for players in African league will not be difficult. In Ghana, in Nigeria, scouting for players, because if a white man actually wants a player, he will just watch it and see, okay, this player, who is the agent to this player? They will just bet. A lot of people don't even know 90% of players playing in Ghana. People don't know 90% of players playing in Nigeria. They don't know. So if a Nigerian player or a Ghanaian player now want to travel abroad now, they need to send a video. Okay, a professional player in Ghana will be traveling for trials.
And you need to send a video.
You need to send video. You go for trials.
Supposed to even,
You will not be introducing yourself that I play for Heart of Oak or I play for Eyimba. It's not supposed to be so.
The data is meant to be there.
It's meant to be there. And if a player with
you don't log in the name, you see everything about it.
If a team want to buy player from Tottenham Hotspur, the player is not coming on trial. He's just only going for medical. They'll just go do their transaction and this player come do his medical and he sign. But Nigerian player, because people don't watch them, we don't see them on screen and all of that. So it's very, very bad. He's so bitter. He's so bitter. But we just hope that one day our West African leaders will see a reason to involve in football and other sports that brings sport now is one of the massive means of revenue generation. Until they come to this realization, they won't wake up. That's just it.
Anything, Chima?
Just that I still believe the Ghana, they are on the right track, and at least people who realize their problem and trying to solve it far better than Nigeria, who knows our problem, but we cannot, not even making any attempt to solve. They are still standing on ground because government is not even doing anything about it. Because by now I was expecting that maybe the government will have just come say, okay, I disband the team, or the official that were involved in this team not qualified. Because if you are in the office and they give you a task to do a certain job and you did not deliver the job, what next is to leave the position, whether it's your fault or it's not your fault, leave the position. But nothing is happening. But in Ghana, at least if you stay in Ghana, and at least electricity is there, the roads are far better than Nigeria. So many people now, even now, if you check Ghana currency now, if you are holding 10 Ghana cedis now, it's over 1,000 naira. But before, when they were saying Ghana must go, they think they were doing Ghana. Now Ghana is even far better than Nigeria in terms of many things. Now people are even running to Ghana to go and even stay, enjoy good roads, enjoy life. So if they can transform that aspect into the football part of it as well too, it will help well, because now in Ghana at least I'm seeing some people now come individually trying to create a personal stadium like synthetic all about. We don't need too much synthetic in Africa. We need natural grass so that people can acclimatize to such kind of pitch, so that in case they go for trials in Europe and then they can get used to it. You understand? Because that synthetic one cause more damage to the knee, cause more damage to the ankle. Then even when Mikel was playing for Chelsea that time, whenever would Nigeria have match against all this Sudan or all this other African country that don't have normal, he want to skip the match because he feels like after playing this game in hot sun, I can get my ankle twisted. So in Ghana and Nigeria, they just need to do more in terms. But Ghana, at least they're on the right track. But I commend them for that. But they need to do. They are still far behind. Nigeria, honest, we are not even started at all. Maybe before we were there, but now we are not even there at all. So they are two brothers. But there again, I believe after this Nations Cup, they will be so ashamed that they did not participate in it. Maybe they are going to do much more better before the World Cup.
Anyway, it's being said that you need to dress the way you want to be addressed. And I know that Ghana football is in state of quagmire, while Nigerian football is in state of moribund. Ghana and Nigerian football, they have the same DNA. I just wish that they step up. Though Ghana is a little bit ahead of us, they've qualified to the World Cup, they didn't qualify to the Nations Cup. Nigeria qualified to the Nations Cup, then not going to the World Cup. I just pray that Ghana football should step up a little bit and do the best they are supposed to do. I want viewers at home to like, share, and subscribe.